Hi, this is Linda with KC Creations by Linda, taking you on a tour of my latest creation. The paper sets that I used come from Lunic Art Design, and I'll put a link to her store in the description box. I used several of her sets, and this one I'm going to call Horrors in the Night. It does have a 4-inch spine. I've got metal corner protectors on each side. We've got a skeleton here dangling. There's a skeleton with a cloak on reading the grimoire, or perhaps a codex. The little mouse there, lantern. And I have taken this, the covers, the side, the back, and I've crinkled paper and then painted it with metallic gold, bronze, and black. It is tied with a 3-hole pamphlet stitch. There is 3 sections. This is your opening. It is chipboard, so it is a very durable cover. And it opens up. Here I've put the skeleton, the reading from the books, and we've got bottles of potions, candle lights. Here is the first cover there that goes to this one. I've tied it with some black twine. We've got a little flip here, torn pocket, and all the pockets do finish the image. There's a girl in black walking lost, raven watching her. Horrible clown. I never thought they were funny. This one is particularly scary looking. Possessed children. An oddly shaped skull. Has a pull out from the top. And there's our scarecrow who has come to life. And the little dangle vampire teeth. And all the cards and tags are backed with another layer of cardstock, so they're very durable. This one is tied with some black chiffon. I have frayed the edges, and this is some coffee stained sari silk. And it opens up. We have a side band here that again finishes the image for these ominous creatures. And we have a little flip here, torn pocket. You can see there's Death with his sickle. One of our witches in the woods. Skeleton. This is purple crinkle ribbon that I have frayed the edges on. And a door. Do we dare open? It has a pull out from the top. There is one of our witches mixing up her brew. And an ominous witch figure that's frayed, carrying a stick. This is some jute. And it swings open this way. Another pocket. There's our vampire bat. Ominous creature lurking in the forest. The witch's moon over the city. There's a possessed woman just staring out the window. And we have a belly band here. It completes the witch underneath, and I've put some Winkostella on her eyes so they sparkle. Potions, body parts inside some of the bottles, organs, the owl that watches over everything for the witches. And we know this guy. Swings open. There's an owl. And I have got some black lace on this page. We have got a corner band here. There is a woman standing there lost. Midnight Rider. Some witches. There's another one under here I didn't get. There's a big picture of her. Her dress is all frayed and dirty, barefooted. Her eyes are black. Swings open this way. Got journaling pages. Here's some coffee stained gauze that I frayed. Here we have a pocket. It's a skeleton playing the violin with some orange baker's twine. Horseless rider there, skulls. Once again, more journaling pages, more lace. And here we have a pull-out from the top. There's some witches and people in the graveyard. Skeleton. You open it up. There's a coffin. It's been wrapped like a mummy. Gravestones. Scarecrow who's come to life. It's got another pull-out here. And if you remember this guy, he turns into a werewolf at night on a full moon. Journaling pages. Black lace. It's a pocket of three girls. Here their faces are hidden by veils. It's the witches in the woods under a bonfire. In the asylum. They did horrible things to people. Lace. Burlap. This is the inside back of the first signature, where I've torn out the image there. Distressed ink. This one is tied with some jute. I've got some fibers glued onto the bottom there. And if you remove the card, you can see it completes the witches. The raven, who was one of their scepters. Wolf. Woman in the asylum. That pull out from the top. It's one of the mad doctors. Crow. This is some crinkle ribbon that I've frayed. It swings open this way. Got a pocket here with a wolf. There's a crow figure. This is some jute, sorry silk. And here we have three pockets. put some gauze on each one and tore out little images. This is a man with a horribly disfigured face, some kind of horrible bug, skeleton with a very large head, disgusting snake. This was some crinkle yarn that I had that I pulled apart to make the tie. There's a bat. It swings open. You have a big pocket here. These long cards make great bookmarks. Torn the top. Here we have another belly band that completes the image. There's a werewolf. The skeleton making his potions. There's some more potion bottles. I like the belly bands because I can put really large cards for you to journal on. This is the second signature. It is tied with some black lace. Got an angled pocket here that completes the image. We've got a cauldron. We've got a girl with shabby clothes. Seems she's lost, but she is carrying a broom. It's a skull. Ominous pictures. They just fold in. You fold it back flat. Pocket here. And a pocket here. And they complete the image also. Both pockets. One of the girls that they have in the asylum, they've shaved her head. Horrible clown again. There's more asylum. All the women are standing outside and their eyes are bandaged where they can't see. Strange figure lurking in the woods. Here we have a door. We turn the key. And there's your secret journaling spot. Oops, I forgot about this part. Then the door flips down. You've got a band here. Completes the monster image there. There's a heart with vines growing over it. Skeleton. And figures in an old cemetery. The gravestones are falling over. On this side, I've just torn out another one of the images. Some lace. Little pocket here. We've got a family that's been possessed. Skull and a study of the skull in the asylum. And a very strange looking creature. Part bird. More journaling pages. More burlap with some lace trim. And all the edges of the papers I have distressed with scissors so they're worn looking. Here I have some torn burlap. There's the witch with her crow. There's a bird skeleton with a crow sitting by it. Disfigured skulls. And a man with one eye torn out. And some coffee-stained gauze. Here I took one of the journal pages and just made it a different size for pockets. There's the head of the asylum, vampire bats, spiders, a woman staring at nothing, just standing there frozen. Skeleton, all dressed up. And here's a woman with two figures, ghostly figures, following her. Face. Here we have a pocket. A skeleton playing violin. Witches. And here's a person's reflection in a mirror that's being tortured in the asylum. There's some coffee stained. They're kind of like roses. Again, draw out the image on the back. And then on the very back, this is tied with some coffee stained sari silk, and I frayed it. It's got a little flip here, ankle pocket. Completes the alligator there in the swamp. Ominous figure with wings, potion bottles, body parts. From the top, some wedges. This is gauze again. And here we have a pocket. It's one of the professors. An abandoned car covered in blood. Very strange child. It's only got 3 fingers, big black eyes, strange nose like a wolf. And then here, this is another flip. And there's the angel guarding over a tombstone. I've inked around the torn pocket there. Strange bird-like figure. He's got 6 toes. Vampire. One of the doctors, it appears, has gone mad himself in the asylum. There's a pull-out from the top. There's the door. Skeleton. Swings open. Snake. Torn pocket. Finishes the skulls there. There's a nurse with an extremely long needle. And here I made a vellum window pocket so you can see what would have happened to this child. She has horns. And as you can see, the frame on the vellum belly band finished the image in the background. Perhaps this is Bigfoot. This is our third signature. It's tied with some black Chanel yarn. Here is one of their symbols, and I have put some Wink Stella around the edges and on the pentagram there, just to make it shine. There's witches doing incantations. Another one of the witches. And it swings open, and I've cut out around the medallion there to make a pocket for these little guys. And then on this side we have a flip. Again, we have the emblems there, and I've just printed out another one to make the matching pocket. Same here. Skeletons. And it opens up. Big medallion there. There's a gentleman with a bat. He's got bat wings, more potions. Here we have a belly band. Finishes the image, the vampire there. It's an old boarded up house. Here's one of our witches in the asylum. She's drawn her pentagram. Turn the page. Again, I've torn out one of the images of one of the witches. It's lace. There's a pocket, witch brewing up something. There they are again with reading their incantations over a flame. Scarecrow who came to life. And here is a gentleman in the asylum, and obviously he is a warlock. All the pages he's torn out are now floating above him. More journaling pages. Some burlap trim. Torn around one of the pockets. There's an elderly witch in her crow. Bird figure with the ravens. And a possessed woman. More lace. That scrap. We have another big band on the side for these large cards. It's a figure of death. A witch carrying a manuscript. And the owl holding on to the key. Journaling space. More lace. This is the inside back, and I've torn out another one of the images. And its closure is some sari silk that I have frayed. And the little things there are getting caught. There. I've got a flip here. Pocket. Completes the bat. the asylum with the gates opening, letting in more poor souls. There's the back. One of the doctors. We have 2 flips here. I have torn an angled pocket. It still completes the image. Got a crow. Got an old mansion in the background. Has a drop from the top. Spider. A man holding a disfigured skull. And then down here, again, I've torn out a pocket that completes the image. There's 2 pull-outs. Opens up. I have cut a pocket. Finishes the image underneath, as you can see there. There's a man coming out of an old church going into the cemetery. Potion bottles. An owl sitting on a clock. One of the witches. And this is the inside back. And that completes our tour, ladies. I hope you've enjoyed it. I really enjoyed making it. And until next time, stay crafty. Bye-bye.